Kate, have you ever dreamt of taking a trip to Japan?
Mm-hmm.
Answer me this. How much money would you allot for yourself to spend over there?
I'd have to do some research.
Well, not including the trip, you know, say like everything was paid for, trip, hotel and all that. Everything was paid for. But you could literally go over there and buy whatever you wanted. Tell me, how much money do you think you would allot for yourself to just to do that?
I wouldn't buy a bunch of stuff. I'd buy a lapel pin.
That's it?
Then, well, depending on where I went there, I'd want to basically spend money on experiences. So
that's fair. I was in the same boat when they talked about this.
Studio Ghibli and
I guarantee you, Kate, if they have like a Spy X Family thing.
Oh yeah, that.
And
that ninja restaurant.
Yeah, of course that
would be really cool.
But the Ghibli Museum, I can 100% say yes to that.
Yeah.
I would also buy some knickknacks and stuff at the Ghibli shop. And they don't allow filming or photographing or anything like that, so that's unfortunate, but oh well.
Well, they don't want to ruin the experience.
Well, no, and I get that. I get it. But Jaden Animations did a video where she talked about the trip she went on to, for Japan, or went to Japan. Basically, the Pokemon Company paid for it, and Jaden was like, all right, we get to go for a weekend. Tell you what, let's plan out to stay, instead of 3 days, we stay for 3 weeks.
Oh.
So, yeah.
So she was there for almost a month?
Yes. And she took her best friend, Alpharad, with her, and basically they just went on a tour of all of Japan's most amazing stuff, at least according to them. Keep in mind, these, him and Jaden are, huge Nintendo fans, huge anime fans, and just all around otakus, which is, big nerds.
That's cool.
Yeah. So, anywho, Alpharad released a video. We already watched Jaden's perspective. If you haven't seen that, there'll probably be a link to it. It'll probably be in the recommended, down there somewhere. But we're going to be watching Alpharad's video. And as you notice, Nick is not here. That's because he is currently out getting his medicine at a pharmacy. So he's already seen Jaden's perspective of this. And if he happens to arrive back, which more than likely he will, during this, I will inform him of anything that he has questions about. Plus, he can just sit down and enjoy it with us, whatever's left. Anywho, we got the video queued up here. Let's get it up on screen, and let's give it a watch. Are you ready?
Mm-hmm.
Let's go.
I've never been to Japan.
That's one.
And you messed up.
That's one. Yep.
Before and have zero self-control when buying merchandise. So imagine how conflicted I was when Pokemon himself offered to fly me out all the way to Yokohama, Japan for their World Championships.
Hashtag Pokemon partner.
So I packed my bag, brought an empty one because, come on. I got to visit the local hell of LAX and then I took to the skies. In hopes of getting on a decent Japanese sleep schedule right from the get-go. I
The LA airport?
LAX is not that bad.
Well, at least it ain't Austin. Austin's
Atlanta
airport.
was worse than LAX.
Atlanta's improved a lot, but yeah, it's still pretty bad. But the worst one still by far I've ever been through is O'Hare. O'Hare Airport is hell on earth. I'm never going through O'Hare Airport unless it's absolutely necessary.
Where's
for
that
6
one?
hours.
Chicago.
Oh.
And then scripted another video that required me to skim through 30 hours of Sonic Adventure 2. My job's kind of weird, and after landing in the Tokyo airport, I was greeted by the one and only Hatsune Miku.
Hey.
It was a quick hello, sure, but we'll be seeing her again soon. And it was around this point when it finally hit me. I was in Japan, like place Japan. I mean, I grew up being obsessed with Pokemon, and now I'm being flown out by the exact same company to visit Japan? Like, I've done a lot of cool things on this channel, but this is a genuine dream come true and the start of the greatest trip of my entire life. But the first thing I noticed was that the entire city was decorated for Pokemon Worlds. From stairs in the airport to banners on the side of the road, and there was even art scattered all across Yokohama. So after checking into this beautiful hotel room, thank you Pokemon by the way, what do you think was the first thing I did? McDonald's. I know this sounds dumb, but my stupid American brain has this deranged fixation on trying chain food in other countries. So hey, here's my current McDonald's tier list. Needless to say, McDonald's is pretty damn good. I got a big order, but I try to make...
Hold on. So, Oz, of course, Australia, Macca's, they call it Macca's in Australia. It's God tier. Then, of course, Japan. Sweden? Interesting. UK? Okay. Ireland, Mexico. Wow, Mexican McDonald's is better than American McDonald's. And then Scotland? Scottish McDonald's? And then Canada, Thailand, America, the Netherlands, and Norway.
Needless to say, McDonald's...
Yeah, I know my flag's internet. If I got one wrong, then I guess I look like an idiot.
It's pretty damn good. I got a big order, but I tried to make double with egg on it, had the best McNuggets of my life, and whatever the hell this thing is. Also, their menu featured a double Big Mac, and that's like the most American thing I've ever heard of, so why haven't I ever heard of it? Note from future me, I tried it, and now I wish I didn't do that. Oh, I guess this is a good time to mention that I don't know how to speak Japanese.
Yeah. Imagine going to another country not knowing how to speak. Well, thankfully, according to
Google
Micah...
Translate.
Well, yeah, Google Translate does some, but it can't keep up most of the time. But here's the thing. Micah has said this multiple times, that Japan is one of the more friendly countries when it comes to, like, translations and being able to, like usually... If it's in Japanese, it's usually in English as well, especially in like the major metropolitan areas. He said he tried to order in Japanese, and in his attempt, he failed, and then he basically ordered in English, and there was no problem. So, yeah, they speak English in Japan fairly well.
Yeah.
But the thing is, also found out that the Double Big Mac, while not available here in the States, is available in Canada. And also,
not available here.
Probably because I think even I know that America is, extra. Like, that's the stereotype of America.
I've never even ate a Big Mac, so.
I haven't either, if I'm being honest. I just don't like the idea of like bread, meat, bread, meat, bread.
And then you wouldn't eat the sauce or the lettuce.
No, I wouldn't.
The pickles.
I'm a basic bitch. What can I say?
Yeah.
So, all in all, though, with this, yeah, it was available in Texas for like a month, and it tested okay, but it wasn't enough to like justify it. But here's the difference. Food in other countries versus here in the United States does not have anywhere near the amount of preservatives. Talked about this in the Jaden video. Basically, you read the back of like the nutritional stuff at some restaurants, it reads off like a science experiment.
Yeah.
It's insane. Like polysorbate, human growth hormones and shit like that used to be in a lot of meats. Still is in some cases. But anyway.
Which probably isn't too much of a surprise. I mean, I learned how to read the hiragana alphabet through Duolingo, but like, what good is reading the words if you don't know what they mean? Sure, I knew a few phrases going into this trip, but I immediately realized it was going to be harder than I thought, because I didn't even mean to order egg on that McDouble. Since my first day was really only my first half day, I spent the rest of the night by finding an arcade, checking out some other stores, and finding some incredible street performers. And then I learned about the holy land of 7-Eleven. No, not 7-Eleven. 7-Eleven.
That's 7-Eleven.
Take what you know about this place and just throw it out the window. Because in Japan, 7-Eleven is revered as a holy land. Not only is the hot food, like, genuinely delicious, but they have everything you could ever ask for. From groceries to porn to pre-made meals to Hatsune Miku.
Wait, what was that second one? I'm joking, internet.
tickets, all the liquor in the world, and even manga.
I don't think manga was the most surprising thing I just said.
So I grabbed the newest issue of One Piece and nothing else, and even though I had no idea what they were saying, it still felt special. On the next day, I got to meet up with the Pokemon team and all the other content creators they flew out. Personally, I'm pretty bad at meeting new people because of, social anxiety. But everyone was so nice to me, I almost forgot how anxious I am as a person. Almost. Then we got to visit the Pokemon Center in Sunshine City and even got to tour their Sweets Cafe. And if that wasn't enough, Pokemon even helped justify my excessive spending by sponsoring this video. Did you know that you can take on...
Yeah, giant Snorlax pillow. That's actually something I think Jaden brought back with her. She brought back like a giant body pillow that was a Snorlax.
Nice.
And she was just like, I want it. I need it. I'm gonna stow it away in my suitcase.
Special 7-star raids in Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. They host tons of exclusive Terra Raid Pokemon, and from October 6th to 9th and October 13th to 16th, you can capture a 7-star Hisuian-formed Decidueye. These battles may be available to all, but they're not going to be easy, so make sure you have some strong Pokemon ready for these raids. And in case you want more, they're going to have exclusive raids all year for you to find several other unique Pokemon in. You have to become an Academy Ace first by rematching every single gym leader in the game, defeating all opponents in the Academy Ace tournament, and after you finish a few more 5-star raids, Professor Jacques should then call you and then grant you access for all of the bigger ones. Also, you do not want to miss out on part 1 of the new DLC expansion. The Teal Mask is a phenomenal expansion upon the world of Pokemon Scarlet and Violet that I've already played through and caught every single Pokemon in, so expect to see that in a video somewhere down the road. The Teal Mask introduces new legendaries, new characters, new little guys, new Pokemon, and most importantly, the most adorable thing you have ever seen. Oh my god, I love her. So click the link in my description and make sure to play Pokemon Scarlet and Violet today. And again, thank you to the Pokemon Company International for sponsoring today's video.
So where was I?
So after the Sweets Cafe, Pokemon boarded us up on a charter bus like a middle school field trip and took us straight into Chinatown. I tried some street food that was phenomenal and even got to try Japanese Dr. Pepper. Tastes like Dr. Pepper. I also did the touristy thing where I just go up to a shrine and point at it, but then had the strangest culture shock when I got lost in a random convenience store. Every product, like ever, is currently...
Oh. Nikolai. I hear a Nikolai. I think he is approaching. Oh. It is you. Good. I was worried it was someone else. What?
I think I was falling upstairs or in the car.
Oh no. Well, we are deprived of Nikolai yet again.
Collaborating with another product. I guess to put it in other words, it's like Fortnite. Everything here is like Fortnite. I refuse to explain myself further. And I don't know how this one happened, but I made a few wrong turns and ended up in a wild Japanese arcade that held me hostage until I finally got this goddamn Dragonair. Of course, there were tons of other cool prizes scattered throughout the arcade, but I was dedicated to the point of being classified as financial ruin. Yeah, I might have spent about 10,000 yen. They also had a tiny little Sprigatito plush that I eventually got. Oops.
How much was the other one? $67.
I wouldn't spend $67,000 on a craning machine, brother.
No, it's just $67 in US dollars.
Yeah, but that's 10,000 yen.
They also had a tiny little Sprigatito plush that I eventually got. Oops. After that, I was done, but I just want to talk about the coolest prize I saw, which was this little mermaid figure. Like, out of all the anime figures I saw in Japan, this was by far the coolest one, and I don't know why. Cool. Little did
I want one.
I know. Those two purchases were the start of many more. Then Pokemon took us to this gorgeous tea garden, and trust me, videos do not do this place justice. We even got to watch a tea...
Come on in, Nick.
You guys already in the middle of something?
No. Yeah, we're just in, it's the Alpha Rad video, remember? Like the one where we already saw Jaden's perspective.
Just keep going.
What'd you forget?
tea ceremony, let the tea master do what he does best. And then Pokemon served us this whole dinner and then took us out to a buffet afterward. I don't really, they just wanted us, I don't get, that's a lot of food.
I want you to get fat.
Yeah. It's like, you're American, you need to stay fat. It's like, I'm trying to get rid of this thing, man.
So when that was all over, I hopped on the Magic school bus and met up with a few friends for drinks after. And I don't remember the rest. This was the day where everything suddenly started going wrong. Unfortunately, all the creators got granted early access to the Pokemon World's pop-up merch store. Look, I've been to a good amount of pop-up stores, and what me and my wallet both expected was like a tiny little store that may have like a few exclusive items.
No. Pop-up stores in Japan go hard, as in everything is an exclusive item. Everything is just like you want to buy it. Literally. It's not funny. It's terrifying how good they are at capitalization.
But I was very incorrect. Like, of course they rented out a giant convention center for Worlds, but what I didn't know was they rented out another convention center next door to sell merch. So Jesus Christ, let me reassure you, I was not prepared for this, and neither was my accountant.
Oh my
There
gosh.
was just so much
Hey,
stuff
there's Jaden.
there. Like this deck of cards I bought for $30 that I later found on eBay for, oh my god.
Uh-huh.
What?
He could sell it up for $470 and got it for $30? Bro.
This place had like an egregious amount of exclusive merch. From Switch cases to decks to figures to plushes to cups to stickers to full kitchen sets, jackets, shirts, cards, and tons of other stuff I have never even seen before. So with a couple heavy
Wow.
And they got early access.
Yes. Before anyone else ever came in.
No lines.
My jealousy is starting to like seep over a little bit. Just it's like right here, and I'm like, ooh, that hurts.
Bags by my side. I
jealous.
checked out
I'm
and
I'm jelly.
saw
It's
an
so
incriminating.
I'm massively jelly because
I think it's cool though.
I think it's
They
cool
got
too.
Access to all that, and they didn't have to wait in line, and that's
Yeah.
awesome.
I'm being silly, guys. Honestly, I say I'm jelly, but I mean that in like a haha funny way. I'm not actually just like I hate you, Alpha Red.
High number, like a
Whoa.
number around 270,001.
Holy shit!
That's about what I spend at the Harry Potter store.
110 yen.
I get
and for
it.
what it's worth, the goal of this video isn't to flex my financial incompetence. It's really just to cry for help. This day was honestly pretty packed because
I can
our
relate.
next field trip was to Creature's headquarters.
Hey.
You know, the place where cards get made. They let us explore the
What?
office
That's
and have
so
some
cool.
Q&A
Yeah.
sessions with some higher-ups in the company. But the coolest part was
Yeah, the glass. These are all OG glass, crystal recreations of like all the original cards.
That's so cool.
that they let us make a Magnemite. You know all of those cute little...
Oh, not only that, they got to make a Magnemite with the original creator of like the clay Magnemite.
He's talking about it.
little Pokemon cards that are all just made out of clay?
Oh.
Yeah, the lady who made those was just there.
Okay.
Gave us all the materials to make her own, and,
It's okay. It's okay, Alpha Red. But
those
hey,
was
look
just
at
there.
Jaden's.
Gave us all the materials to make her
Jaden's?
own, and...
That's Jaden's, the one with the evil eye.
Oh, nice.
And his is just like, please. He's like,
Mine turned out unique. When we finally left Creatures, it was pretty damn late. And I was like 16 hours of jet lag kind of tired. But who cares? Because tomorrow we're going to Shibuya. You know, the place
Shibuya.
where you spend money. I finally got to meet my hero Sprigatito and then came across a dangerous entity known as the Tokyo Nintendo Store. It was the season of Pikmin 4, so their shelves were loaded with everything I could ask for. Pins, hoodies, plushies, designer sweatshirts, and even Bulborb coin purses. Oh, what if you're a Zelda fan? What if you're a Splatoon fan? What if you'd like to experience what it's like to buy an amiibo and not scalper prices? Also, I was shocked to see actual Splatoon guns and this one Zelda plush with a big-ass 5 head, but what surprised me the most were these charming Mario pillows with a beautiful brushstroke design. I am a helpless consumer designed to buy products. They even had figures that I have never seen before. Like, look, I have worked on this channel for nearly a decade at this point, and all of that work has come to fruition right now for me to spend all of my money in Japan.
Oh.
Well, at least it was better than the Pokemon Center from the other day. So what if I told you there's another Pokemon Center?
Oh god, yeah, there is another Pokemon Center.
He's up to.
I think he's over.
He's up to like 2,400, I think.
At this point, I think he is.
U.S. dollars.
Yes. Oh. I hope he does a total at the end, just like showing us how much damage he did to his wallet.
This was a bit more of a traditional merch store that sold about exactly what you'd expect to. A good amount of stuff here could probably be found online.
Oh,
but as for
man.
the other exclusive stuff, yeah, I bought that shit too.
Uh-huh.
I mean, I don't even think it's that I'm bad at saving money. I think it's that I'm really good at saving money and am now getting to spend all of it right here. This mall even had a Capcom store with a separate Monster Hunter section, which luckily only cost me a fraction of what the Pokemon stores did. Then I stumbled upon Jaden forming an entirely new hyperfixation.
Oh no. Oh no. That little bear. You want to talk about the amount of money Alpharad has spent on just like all this other stuff? The amount of stuff that Jaden spent on just the merchandise to do with this little bastard.
Who's that?
I can't remember the name. Kokoro? I can't remember.
And so I just ignored it and kept walking. Somehow in doing so,
But it gets bad. Like intervention level bad.
so I ended up in an Evangelion pop-up which featured art that went like comically hard. They also had themed Zippo lighters, hoodies, and another
That's
hole in my
so
pocket.
cool.
I want one
then
of those
when I exited
lighters.
the store, I turned right and saw this. Which, sure. I stopped by one last store, bought some cards, and had some of the best food I've ever had. Which became something I said a lot this trip. To finish the night, I went to an orchestra, got dinner with a friend,
Pokemon
and then had
orchestra.
perhaps the most interesting fan interaction of all time. I came across a store dedicated to all things Shonen Jump, so I decided to look around in hopes of giving in to my materialistic urges. But then like a small child came up and pointed at me and just said, "Sanji-san," which was weird, but the mom quickly noticed.
Sanji is here. I'll show you who Sanji is.
Decided to look around in hopes of giving in to my material.
That's Sanji.
Oh.
So basically, he thought Alpharad was cosplaying as Sanji, but no.
Urges. But then, like,
Alpharad, that's just his hair. That's literally how he has it all the time. It's
small
it's
child
hilarious.
Came up and pointed at me and just said "Sanji-san," which was weird. But the mom quickly noticed, grabbed his arm, apologized, and just left. Weird, right? I assumed it was just like a bad word for foreigner or something like that. But then I realized.
I hope you're trolling. I hope you're trolling there, bud. I hope you're trolling because you're around Jade. You're roommates with Jaden. How do you not know who Sanji is?
He didn't say Sanji-san. It was just that I was probably the first blonde man he's ever seen, and he said Sanji-san. So, moving on from all that, this store was heaven. I know this is supposed to be a video about Pokemon, but look, just let me talk about this, okay? This place had charms, cups, shirts, hats, power, and the coolest mugs I've ever seen.
Yeah.
So as you'd expect, I bought nearly all of it. At this point, you just kind of expect my house to look like a shitty souvenir shop. Then I finished my night by just walking around, exploring the city, and getting 50 Shades of Fucked Up again at karaoke and day 5. After a half week of side quests and field trips, it was finally time for Pokemon Worlds to start. The opening ceremonies rolled out, and just like that, players from all across the globe were ready to compete for it all inside this incredibly well-decorated convention center. However,
Nice.
I didn't stay too long because I was a bit busy with returning to the merch store and buying every single one of my favorite Pokemon in City Cuties form, and God, this is bad! Like, I've already purchased another 2 whole empty suitcases and spent another 80,000 to.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah,
my goodness.
that happened.
gracious.
Yeah. They went and bought, like, it doesn't end there.
250 yen. God, look at this addiction. Isn't it beautiful? So thanks again to Pokemon for buying my flight just for me to do this. And I'm pretty sure I paid my flight back at this point. They also gave me tons of free merch.
Oh my goodness.
It's like, I don't even know how to carry this. This is genuinely too much. Where do you want me to? I don't need it. Thank you.
Arigato gozaimasu.
Anyways, that night ended off with Pokemon showing off their new Path to the Peak animated series. That's essentially just a battle shonen with breakneck pacing as this girl creates an oddish deck and goes near undefeated before winning worlds. It's pretty and all, but like, damn, what a competitor. But for the next day, I had to hop on a plane bright and early because I had other plans in mind. After landing in Osaka, I took a taxi to the event of a lifetime, Hatsune Miku's Magical Mirai. That's right. I was finally going to see the Vocaloid legend up close and personal, but since the show didn't start for a few hours, I decided to do what I do best and go to yet another convention center of a merch store. Also, getting concert tickets for something like this in Japan is hard. Jaden and I both entered a raffle for them in like May, and were lucky enough to get chosen as one of God's little favorites to print out Miku tickets inside of a 7-Eleven. Again, this place is just a place of wonder over here. To nobody's surprise, the Miku Expo had such an insanely varied amount of high-quality merchandise. I'm sure you're already expecting them to have Miku shirts, Miku backpacks, Miku glow sticks, as well as an even larger financially destructive merch booth where you can get everything you could possibly dream of. So we already know where this one's going, right?
Oh my goodness.
Change and we were both ready for the show. Not only did we get lucky with pretty damn good seats, but I am taller than this entire country. So our seats were pretty damn great, but as expected, I couldn't film or possess dangerous goods. The show was incredible, it was breathtaking, it was life-changing, it was everything I could have asked for, but it was also copyrighted. But if you look in the crowd, I'm somewhere over here. So when I was leaving, this dumb, stupid American had to learn how public transit works, and then my phone had the audacity to show me that I'm walking about 10 to 20,000 more steps than normal. And it's like, yeah, I know. But you don't gotta be so loud about it.
Well, he's a streamer who literally sits around and does nothing but play video games all day. Of course he's gonna be like walking more than normal.
No time to talk about it now because today was finally the day for finals of the Pokemon World Championship, which I started watching from bed. I mean, I'm in Japan on a Sunday morning. I get to watch new One Piece episodes live as they air. And like, what an insane episode to watch live.
Yeah, the Joy Boy episode, which...
So after one of One Piece's best anime episodes concluded, it was time to walk down to the convention center and witness multiple champions be crowned as winners of Pokemon's World Championship. Some competitors tapped their screens really hard, some of them just played Mew, and some of them... yeah, I don't even know what's going on here. And then for the final competition of the day, VGC crowned an entirely new champion. Watching this entire tournament was so fun and inspiring, and in case you missed it, they announced that Worlds next year is gonna take place in Hawaii.
Ooh!
Which was a little ill-timed. And then made up for it by showing off new cards, new Pokemon, new...
yeah, because of the fires.
moves and whatever the hell this thing is. My experience here was genuinely unforgettable, and I am so grateful to the Pokemon Company for finally giving me an excuse to visit Japan. I mean, like, I play modded games and say fuck, so I'm just as surprised as you are that I was here. So now what? Sure, Worlds might have ended, but I extended my trip in Japan for 2 more weeks and stayed in the cutest little Airbnb imaginable as the greatest, like the absolute greatest days of my life took place. Just me and a few friends exploring these beautiful cities, eating getting the best food I have ever had. Even seeing multiple of my favorite artists live, which is crazy to me. I even had my best theme park experience at Universal Studios Japan. And if I can be honest,
okay. There's several things that he's talking about here.
Artists
live,
which is crazy to me. I even had my best theme park experience at Universal Studios.
That right there, seeing One Piece live, dude, come on. So good.
And if I can be honest, this trip was just about enjoying the first vacation I've had since Alpharat started, like nearly 10 years ago. I started this channel in January of 2014.
Yeah. I started this channel in June of 2014, and I am very much feeling it because now I am an old man. And speaking of another old man, hey Nick.
Dang kids.
I know, right? Alpha. Well, here's the thing: we're watching Alpha Rad's perspective of the Japan trip that him and Jaden went on, and basically he's given dollar amounts for every shopping trip that he's done, and it is ridiculous what he's at right now. What's he at right now? About $5,000.
I stopped counting.
Sheesh. I hope he gives like a total at the end of this because it's ridiculous how much he has spent. But anyway, it's just after Pokemon World World Championships have ended, and now they're on like the escapades throughout the rest of Japan. Yeah, the vacation section, like the final 2 weeks.
I had a very normal first year of college, and in January of 2015, it all blew up. From that point forward, I focused on work to an obsessive degree that definitely caused me to live a pretty unhealthy and unhappy life in just terms of how little attention I was paying to friendships, relationships, and just not really enjoying life to the fullest, or even to the halfest. This might be a bit much, but I felt like a husk of a person and dedicated myself to making content and never really stopped to ask, are you happy? Is this what you wanted? But over the past few years, I felt like I had to finally start asking that question because I was miserable. I've tried to focus on unplugging from social media, making plans with my friends, exploring activities outside of my comfort zone, and really most of that just stems from an attempt to preserve my mental health as much as I can. I don't think I always had the best grasp on investing my time into things that properly mattered, nor understood what it meant to put yourself forward. I mean, obviously, I'm so grateful for the size of this YouTube channel and all the incredible perks that come with it. Like, let's keep it a buck. I am so incredibly grateful for how much money this channel has generated. I am so grateful for everything the people, you, have directly and indirectly allowed me to do. And as weird and pretentious and YouTuber millionaire as it sounds, I kept chasing it in hopes of becoming happy, and when that didn't work, I felt stumped, depressed, tried new things out of desperation, and was ultimately just confused. It's hard to realize that not everything is truly worth your time, but it's also hard to realize that the things that feel like they don't matter do if they make you happy. Does that make sense? I don't know if it does, but what I'm really trying to say is that all I really want to do is live my life, explore the world, and make silly little videos for you in the meantime. I love creating content, do not get me wrong. I couldn't have gone through all those years of helplessly grinding if I didn't. But I have slowly learned that there is so much more to life than spending every day trying to create a viral video or letting all these numbers determine your entire well-being. And it's hard because, like, here's the thing about YouTube. If you don't understand it, it's a weird job where the amount of time you put into it is typically directly proportional to how much you get out of it. And that is dangerous. I don't know why I decided to dedicate a section of this video to my sudden change in worldview, but it felt important to me when writing the script. Which means it's important to me, you know? I can't say I've always had the most stable life, and I know I usually...
Say he writes scripts. Damn. If he writes a script for every video, that's impressive. But I was gonna say, we mostly just improv. Nate says as he slowly turns his head back towards the camera. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to read that out loud.
Usually keep those personal details pretty private, but I just want you all to know.
If we had a script, I don't think I would have been quietly listening to this for as long as I have been.
But everything in my life right now leaves me something to be happy about. I am just really happy nowadays, and it makes me even happier to say it out loud. It wasn't easy. I mean, hell, it took 5 years of therapy, but I am so glad that I took that time for myself on this trip, and when it finally came time to go home, I spent the morning of my last day walking through the Tokyo heat for about a full 3 hours, as if it was my own personal farewell to this trip that meant so much to me. It was beautiful, and it was peaceful, and it just felt like I got to be alone with myself. In a good way. So when it came time to pack my 8 suitcases, yes, that's right, it's been 2 weeks. You haven't been...
suitcases.
Yes. Yes.
Holy crap!
See what I told you? Like I said,
He went with 2 and came back with
8.
6 extra ones.
Yes.
And 4 backpacks.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
What?
Extra little backpack things, carry-ons.
Oh my goodness gracious!
Oh yeah, it's bad. It's really, really bad. But at the same time, hey, it's his life.
Updated. I have 8 suitcases now, and might or might not have spent a bit more money since the last update.
Oh!
What?
Oh!
Holy shit!
$17,000.
Oh my God in heaven! Oh! Oh,
Hey
that
man,
hurts.
like putting all that time into YouTube may have felt like it wasn't getting you much, but you made enough money to spend $17,000 in Japan. Congratulations. I can't do that.
Me neither.
Anyways, this Tetris god I found on Uber fully packed his SUV, drove me to the airport, and when it was time to board the plane and fly home, I had 10 hours to kill, and...
How much was the baggage check? How much was it for all those extra bags? That's one of the big questions I had from Jaden's video. I need to know. I need to know how much it was for like each extra bag.
I wrote this entire script, then passed out and woke up in America. But this story has one final chapter. I know this entire video felt like I was just hoarding all of Japan's merchandise within these 8 fully packed suitcases, but I had a bigger goal in mind. I can sit and speak about all this growth I've had over the past few years, but none of it would have been possible if not for the incredible people that I've been lucky to keep so close to me. I have a large friend group, I know, but each and every one of them mean everything to me. They challenge me, they inspire me, and simply help me become a better person through leading by example. So let me ask you this. You've been working the same job for a decade. It pays incredibly well, and you owe it all to your friends. What would you do next?
So my good friend, Mr. Jacob Alpharad, you might have heard of him.
My friend and boss, Jacob Alpharad.
I don't know if I'm supposed to do an intro for this or anything.
He went to Japan and he bought everyone.
So it's a mystery box.
And he spent a lot of money, but not on himself.
And gave all of us, his friends, large boxes of shit from Japan.
I don't know what I got here.
So yeah.
So we're gonna find out together, huh?
Wait, can I even show this on screen?
Okay, I'm gonna open it, but you don't look.
The first thing that I see pop off is the little Kirby shell. Dude, this is hard to open. There we go. What's the first thing? What the fuck is this, dude?
Wait, how did I lose something already?
Quite a number of objects.
As you can see, Jay got me a very mentally normal collection of gifts and merchandise from Japan.
Very much One Piece
Don't
oriented.
show that on stream. I literally can't show this on stream, chat.
Okay, so right off the bat, I'm really excited because I get to be a furry.
Shut the fuck out! You fucking, you, this one?
Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god!
Which looks absolutely amazing.
Oh, that is cool.
Look at it! It's a
Hey!
This is actually super sick. We have a Dragon Ball.
I mean,
dude.
Do I even have to say that he's like my favorite Pokemon?
Sorry, why am I fascinated?
It's magnetic. This might be the most beast fire badass shit I've ever seen, honestly.
Oh my, look at this. Oh my.
I don't have this amiibo.
Really pretty holographic Tinkaton. I love Tinkaton.
Look at this. It's Megumi.
Yes.
I love Megumi so much, dude. Look at this shit.
And we get Bison. Okay, never mind. This is my favorite suit, the Street Fighter suit.
I got probably the sickest jacket in the entire world. It's reversible. It looks awesome. It's got gold sleeves. There's shanks on the front and on the inside.
Yeah.
Why do they conveniently have her big fat cans cropped out of this image?
I don't know if he knew this. It might have just been a soul read, but I love Robin Williams' Genie.
Oh my god, I'm gonna wear this to the gym every single day for the rest of my life.
Of course.
Altaria.
Look
Dude.
at him.
Oh, this is so inefficient, but.
Oh, I'm so excited. Okay,
that looks so cool.
Nice.
The fucking Marshal?
Oh.
Cool!
My boy, Captain Kidd.
Sexy babes. This is really nice. I like this.
Yo! Snoopy!
Nice.
Automaton? No shot. This is heat.
Yo! The Miku card mat! Let's go!
Look at that. He's got Mario and he's running. And it's just the Mushroom Kingdom.
I like that.
Geeking at this. This is definitely my favorite bag.
Oh, the same guy though.
An Inkling Splatoon statue.
Oh my god, look at
What's impressive to me is he has so many friends and he can remember like so well about each of them to like get them things that they're super stoked about.
Well, yeah. Well, the thing is, man, like if I go to Japan, I'd want to get something for like all the most important people in my life. I get something for you, for Kate, for Chad, for Mom, for Blake, for my dad, for Kim, for like everybody who's like important in my life. I'd want to try and get them something at least. A little knick-knack, a little pen or a little hat or something. Yeah, if anything, okay, I wouldn't do 8 suitcases. I'd do 1 suitcase and I'd pick for like 1 item per person, just as a starter. Now, if I'm rich like Alpharad, which I'm not, if I get rich like him, maybe you could see me doing something like this, but no, probably not. I'm probably not ever going to be at this level, but that's pretty ridiculous.
Okay, Mario Go kind of goes hard.
Ta-da! That's where the chopsticks will live.
So it's like, you can see it's like a little wonky, and then on the back, it's got this spread of characters, which is really, really cool.
Yes! Oh my god, look at him.
Jacob knows me so well, I feel like I don't even really mention it too much anymore, but like if you've known me for a while, you know.
Fucking hell. How do you find something like this?
Oh my god.
Next, we have my favorite little guy. I love this guy.
Big boy. Big boy, but little boy at the same time. He's so good.
Bro, look at this boy. Look at this fucking awesome dude.
Guys, come on. How can you not love Hooper, right? He's got like the biggest smile.
My goat, my
Cyndaquil.
son.
That's one of my favorites.
The way he's built is insane.
My baby boy.
Hey.
Oh my god, he's just a baby. He's just a little guy.
Yep, we're still shocked.
Still can't
Every
read it.
single time.
I barely know English. Wrote on washing machine. Wait, no, vacuum cleaner. Wrote on vacuum cleaner. I know the difference.
I've already seen the boys. 1 and 2, 1 and 2.
Like,
Wow.
I feel like I could just
Squishy.
you know? Super!
Yeah,
oh, that's awesome,
Frankie.
dude.
Haikyuu Volume 1 in Japanese. I have it in English, but this is sick as fuck.
There's so much more than I expected. Okay, wait.
I love the design. I love the white and the blue brim.
I love it so much!
A Pikmin pouch thing. I don't know what you can really fit in here.
Top Team Epic, funny manga. I do love this show. I've never read the manga. I will be reading this.
Look at that. See, look, all their art is beautiful. This shit is so cool.
Oh my god, it is a Hatsune Miku bag.
This means a lot that he remembers.
He sent Ross these sick One Piece mugs, and I'll definitely be drinking out of the Shanks mug every day. Thanks, Jacob.
Sanji shirt. Oh, it's gonna be flipped. Oh fuck.
If I recall Super Nintendo World, look at the booze. A lanyard with pins.
My boys. I love them all so dearly.
I don't understand what the fuck Pokemon cards are, man. Zoom in the camera, I don't know how.
You're Sanji saying some live shit, probably?
Even more TJ. Oh my gosh.
I'm not sure if you meant to give me 2 of them, but sorry. They're mine now.
No fucking shot. No way.
Thank you very much.
I'm glad you had a good time in Japan.
I don't know what else to say. Thank you. That's really awesome.
Everybody subscribe for your fucking cringe.
Well, I mean,
Pokemon is.
Didn't mean to click that as next video, but yeah. So
I've never been.
I'm gonna leave a like on that, and also subscribe. So there you go. Yeah. So Alpharad basically we saw his perspective now, and he didn't go into as much detail as like the rest of the trip as Jaden did. Jaden talks more about when they went to like Universal Studios, when they went to like Tokyo Disneyland, which was a mistake. They should have gone to Disney Sea, which is like by the seaside. Yeah, and then of course she talks about going to Super Nintendo World and riding the one like Yoshi ride that they don't have in the States.
Yeah.
And I just God, I want to go to Japan so bad.
Did he show the part where he caught her like buying the little bears in the store, and she was like, "Where's the where?"
No,
he's
he
like,
didn't
"This
go
is a
into
picture of
detail
where
on
you're
that.
standing right now."
He didn't do that. I'm
That was
sad
funny.
about that. Well, because I told her about that. Because, you know, as much money as he's spent on this, Jaden, in an attempt to try and get another one out of like a gotcha machine, you know, like the ones you put a quarter in, spin it, and get a little bulb that's got something in it.
Mm-hmm.
She got kicked out of a place because she bought so many of them. And she didn't get the one she wanted.
The employee basically cut her off and was like, "You have to stop, go."
Yeah, leave now.
Wow.
Yeah, it was nuts. And I forget the name of that character. The little bear dude. I can't remember his name.
It's like Sheikah something, I feel like.
Yeah, I can't remember. But I had a brilliant idea. If I ever had a chance to, like, if they ever do Scribble Showdown again, and we're able to go to one of the shows around here, I would love to gift Jaden one of the little things, but as someone else. I mean, I talked about it in Jaden's video, and I think that'd be pretty wicked. And I know she'd probably flip her lid and I guarantee you Ross and all of them will look at me and be like, "What have you done? What have you done? You have restarted her obsession with that little bear." But all right. Anywho, that's gonna do it. This in terms of like your idea of going to Japan, like you said, you'd want to go and experience like the cultural things, Kate. You know, like I would want to go to like Kyoto. I'd love to go to Hokkaido. I'd love to go to like certain places where it's just like very culturally rich as well. I'd love that.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, it's just like the inner nerd in me is just like,
So,
I also want to do the Pokemon
Have
stuff.
y'all heard about what's happened recently, though?
What's that?
Tourists are banned from a lot of places in Kyoto now.
Really?
Because they couldn't follow the rules, and they were bothering like geishas and different people.
Dude.
Like taking pictures without permission, getting too close, getting in people's ways and stuff. And so like they've actually passed a law to like ban tourists from a lot of places in Kyoto, apparently.
I swear to God, you don't need to snap pictures of every little thing. Experience life, for God's sakes.
Dumbasses ruining it for everybody.
Yeah, way to go. Congratulations. You played yourself. Now you ruined it for everybody.
So I'm like, now I really need to go to Japan before people start making stupid problems other places and getting us banned from everywhere there.
Well, once again, it's just when you go over to someone's house, you should treat it with respect. Treat it with respect. If you go to another
There's a lot
country,
of people that haven't been raised properly that don't have any idea about respect.
They just leave their trash for other people to pick up.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
There's a reason Japan is such a nice place, is because they teach respect pretty
Pretty
hardcore
early.
over there, you know?
Yeah, they teach it early too. Like as a kid, you need to learn respect.
Mm-hmm.
'Cause that's the quickest way to learn it. Anyway, so what did you all think? Do we have any estimates for how much the bag check-in for their return trip was? My guess is around like $300.
All I can say is just based off of all the gifts I saw him giving everybody, I know that he has a skill of 100 in gift giving.
Yes.
And I know that if I ever go to Japan, I will also be financially ruined and will never recover.
You're gonna be like, what's his name, Joe Exotic? Be like, I'm never going to financially recover from
never
this.
going to financially recover from that. Because, I mean, the merchandise is one thing, but my whole plan when I go to Japan is to have, like, a culinary tour.
Oh.
Like, I'm going to be eating, like...
everything.
4 meals a day at different places. And, like, going all over the place, just buying food because I want to eat so many different things that you can only get there.
Kate, in Jaden's video, she talked about how, you know, they didn't expect it, but this little hole-in-the-wall place near their Airbnb had, like, the best ramen ever.
Oh.
To which my response to that is, like, exactly.
That
like,
I could be jelly over.
Like the 30...
ramen.
The people who've been working in that hole-in-the-wall ramen shop, it's like a 30, 40-year-old, like, 30, 40 years of experience. It's an old woman or an old man who's been making it their whole life, and they know the ins and outs of every kind of ramen that there is. You know, you don't need no big flashy lights. You just need someone who knows what the hell they're doing. And that's what I would want. I would want to go to like one of the traditional stands and literally just be like pork and fish cake ramen. That's and I would literally just be like I would eat everything that was in the bowl. I wouldn't care. I would eat everything in that bowl.
There's also like a photograph scavenger hunt type thing I want to do while I'm there in terms of like getting pictures of me and my friends like in places that are in video games that I like. So like I want to get one with us all leaning over the bar looking out the window at the entrance to the subway station.
Yes.
Because that's one of the hideouts for the Phantom Thieves in Persona 5.
Oh, that's so good.
And then I want one off of that giant shopping center that's basically the same as a screenshot that I took from Ghostwire Tokyo.
Oh, yeah.
And then I just want like one of like, hopefully like I can like rent a suit or have a suit to bring with me or something, but just me looking a little bit like Yakuza in like the downtown area that kind of looks like Kamurocho. Just kind of adjusting my like sleeve, and then hopefully nobody will come up to me and be like, English Yakuza? Like while I'm there.
You act like a Londoner gangster. Be like, no mate, but I'm from London and I know how to get down. Just
oh my gosh.
That's how I would be. I would just be like, you want to get your bloody head broke? Move on. Alright. Anyway, that's going to do it, everybody. This was I Went to Japan and Spent Too Much Money by AlphaRad. If you want to see Jaden's perspective, feel free to check out her latest video. And yeah, till next time, everyone. Signing off. I am Nate.
I'm Kate.
I am Nick.
And y'all be good people. Take care. Bye-bye.